new Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard! This limited time treat combines DQ's signature soft serve, dyed blue of course, along with sugar cookie dough, cake batter flavor, and sprinkles. The Superman Cake Batter Cookie Dough Blizzard is available for a limited time only at DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1, just south of North Lake.
The pink smoke is taking over South Florida. Listen to Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, Sergio Busquets, and Jordi Alba and Inter Miami in their pursuit of an MLS Cup all season long right here on ESPN 106.3.
Messi, left foot, in on Guzan, tips it up and over, it's a goal! Lionel Messi is on the board!
Listen to it all on the Deportes Radio FC app, brought to you by PNC Bank, Audi, and Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Frauenrath.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
All into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo!
Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Russo and Rizzo on a Thursday edition of the program, August the 7th, 2025. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Colin Russo with you alongside Mike Rizzo. We got Damian Perez filling in for Christian Catt behind the glass at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach, where we got you for the next 2 hours right here, ESPN 106.3 on your radio dial, and also streaming live, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter/X at ESPN West Palm. Mike Rizzo, how are you today, my friend?
I'm great. Doing great. It's a beautiful day outside. Stopped on over at F45 today to check out where we're going to be broadcasting coming up tomorrow. It's been a good day.
Well, we'll be tomorrow, of course, at 45 downtown West Palm Beach for the re-kickoff of the Red Bull Run Club, which is tomorrow at 6:30.
I wanted to bring something up because he tried to get smelling salts. We tried to coordinate to get some smelling salts in the studio.
In honor of the NFL banning it and then unbanning it within a span of 3 hours.
What happened? We didn't get smelling salts.
Well, Tina blew it. Christina Costanzo, director of marketing. I asked her, I tasked her with going to get us some smelling salts that, I think you could go get them locally somewhere. And she didn't do it. And apparently it's frowned upon to do for smelling salts, which I highly disagree with.
That's what I mean. So that's the conversation we need to have. Why would it be so frowned upon? It's not like it's not a drug. It's what I want to ask. It's not a drug, is it? I mean, my buddies, God forbid, crazy college kids, they had those things by the bushel.
Right.
Yeah, right?
Athletes do it all the time.
By the bushel.
Guys do it at the gym. Guys do it at the, like you could bring it into public places and it's not a problem.
It's just not here.
But frowned upon is the word.
Okay.
Like you bring that into like a grocery store and you rip a smelling salt, people are probably going to look at you funny. Right? They're going to think, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Is it bad for you? Is it like one of those things
the reason the NFL banned it is because they thought it masked the symptoms, or they believed it masks the symptoms of concussions.
I see.
Which makes sense because what it does is it just kind of just wires you. And if you're dizzy or you're showing concussion symptoms and you kind of rip one of those, I have a feeling that I could see it doing that.
So what, Kyle, you wanted to get some in here and we were going to be huffing smelling salts during the show?
That was the plan. I didn't realize that was a problem, but apparently it's a problem.
Kind of wanted to do it. You got me excited. You go,
Have you
Mike,
ever tried it?
You looked at me and you go, Mike, we might be doing smelling salts. I said,
You never tried smelling salts?
I know, I've done it. Like I said, college. The boys had them by the bushel. It's been a little bit. I mean, I graduated college 2017. Been almost a decade probably since I've experimented with a smelling salt. Probably sober 4 years. So
it's
like,
fun.
That's why, it gets get you going, right?
I think they should be more normalized. I don't think they are. I mean, I'm surprised they're not in
I was just
college classrooms.
Frowned upon. Who told you that? Frowned upon.
People in the office said that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So I disagree. I think we should buy it as an office and have it like candy canes hanging around just in case. You know, a little pick me up.
Yeah. Got 3 hours.
You really want to talk about something that's frowned upon? How about you take a look at the ingredients label on the energy drinks that some of these people pound during the day? How about you take a look at that and put it in a car and see if the car starts?
Or hang on, my 4 or 5 cups of coffee you see me drinking around here?
Coffee's one thing. I agree. 4 to 5 is egregious, but I mean,
very much so. It's an issue.
I could drive across the state with some of these energy drinks as the fuel. That is as bad as it gets.
Do you have anything like mine thing is coffee. Do you have anything like that?
Chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, yeah. I forgot to talk. Damien, I'm talking to the Cookie Monster over here. Now, where are you at with the smelling salts? Are you with...
Damien's never tried it.
Are you with the people in the office? Is it frowned upon? Is it something? Look, what the hell is that guy doing?
I have never tried it, but I mean, I'm open to trying it.
You're a soccer.
From what I've seen,
if you went to Publix and got a sub, and the person ripped the smelling salt before they started making your sandwich,
I'd probably say something.
Do you think there's a positive connotation to how the sandwich is going to turn out, or negative?
I probably would have.
I am fully on positive.
I'd have a snarky comment, probably something along the lines of "Long day, brother." Something. You know what I mean?
Would you feel more confident in their ability to make a sandwich?
Dude's locked in. You know what I mean? Guy's locked in.
You're not taking a smelling salt unless you want to increase performance.
No.
That's an ultimate positive.
It's like he consumed that bath salt to create my sandwich.
No, Dame, you were a football player. You were a footy player. No smelling salts on the sidelines?
Honestly, growing up, I've never seen anybody do bath salts playing soccer.
Hang on.
It's smelling salt.
It's smelling salts.
That's like the third time I say it, too. But I don't think it's very big in the soccer community, but it's going to grow, and I could see it being effective, like at halftime, before a half, like coming back from half.
So, Kyle, you did this today. You did this with Tina today. The whole.
I didn't do smelling salts, but
you talked about it. Okay.
She blew it. She smoked it.
She blew
it. All right.
Yeah. Smoked it? She smoked it?
Yeah. She did a bad job. But
got
all
burned
I'm
there.
saying,
Kyle, you got burned there.
It should be a little bit more normalized. If I was at an airport and the TSA agent ripped a smelling salt before he told you to take your shoes off and go through the security line.
Go ahead.
I would be, if a pilot did that before he got into the cockpit, I would be more confident in his abilities after the fact than I would be before the fact.
So explain to me why the NFL, I think you briefly touched on it, but why was the NFL...
They don't want to be the ones that supply it. So they told the teams, you can no longer supply smelling salts to the players.
So players got to bring it in
and
themselves.
Then the players got, through an uprising, because they were under the impression that these smelling salts were no longer, and a lot of them, I would say the wide majority of them, use smelling salts.
Yep.
And guys like Baker Mayfield and George Kittle and all these guys were outwardly speaking about it. And then the NFL Players Association said, no, it's not banned, but the teams no longer supply them. So just get your own pack and you could do it that way. So that's what it's turned to. I don't know if this is damage control, but I think the NFL doesn't want to be held liable if and when they continue to get sued for, head injuries. And then these guys are saying, the team's giving me smelling salt, and that's why I was able to go back in the game with a concussion and further worsen my condition.
Bit of BYOB. You know what I mean? Bring your own beer, bring your own smelling salts. You
can't
bring it.
Here's the thing. Alcohol's legal. You can't drink alcohol on the street.
No.
But you could bring a smelling salt anywhere.
It depends where you are drinking alcohol on the street.
You could bring a smelling salt anywhere. You could bring it to the library. They won't say anything. And all of a sudden, ESPN West Palm, we're refraining from it.
It's frowned upon.
We're refraining from it. I think we should be ripping. You said by the butcher, by the barrel,
by bushel. Yeah.
We should be importing smelling salts.
Dude, Malal had those things by the bushel.
I think it'd be great team bonding.
Just ripping
Have
smelling
you ever had
salts
the
and going at it.
ammonia in the straight container?
No.
So that's a thing.
Is it?
And I've seen people do it.
Like
I've
in a
never tried it
vial?
myself. No,
Like in a vial?
Think like a pill container.
Okay.
And what you do is you like shake it up or like open it up or something.
Yep.
And you it's almost like radioactive when you open it.
Yeah.
It's like radioactive. So you got to open it and you got to like a smelling salt. You got to put up like right to your nose or close to it.
Mm-hmm.
This you could within like arm's reach. You're like, whoa! I could already sense that.
Right.
So it's like that's more the extreme. I'm okay with leaving that on the porch, but the other one, but the smelling salts, I think should be more normalized.
Yeah, Kyle, as you know, very sensitive nose. Like I remember the first time I did one in college, it was like, whoa, what is this?
Cleans out your sinuses.
This is a sensation.
Cleans out your sinuses.
Oh my God, dude. Clear as though that nose has been in a month when I did that with the smelling salt.
I agree. I think people should do it more often. And the thing is, I haven't had smelling salts in years.
Yeah, well, college, right? It's a college thing.
It's a college
It's definitely a college
But it should
thing.
be a little bit more normalized. And the fact that the NFL is saying no, and the fact that ESPN West Palm is saying no, I think it's leaving a bad principle.
It's just, I got to kick
if
out
I
of that.
if I had the opportunity to, I would have taken it before the SATs. I would have. If I had the opportunity to.
Just get you locked in, it's, it's Adderall.
Fire me up.
Compare it to Adderall.
Fire me up. Fire me up.
Adderall frowned upon. You know what I mean? Like, to get you focused.
Yeah. And well, I don't know if it gets you focused. It just kind of wires you for about like a 30-second
I don't
period.
think I need. Do you think I need to be more wired? Do I have enough energy?
But it's like for a 30-second period, it just kind of like wakes you up.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
Woo!
That's it. Whoa.
Like a little Ric Flair style.
It's great. I don't know. And the fact that only NFL players have it. We were talking about this earlier too. What sport do you think would benefit off a little bit of smelling salts action?
I mean, WWE, they're probably on something else. If you catch my drift.
Yeah, probably.
Rugby.
I thought golf would be great. After before a playoff hole, each of them ripping a smelling salt and kind of getting wired before their tee shot. I think that would be electric to watch.
When Rory and Rosie went to the playoff in the Masters, got your smelling salt right next to them.
Tennis match, you get 3 smelling salts. You get three around.
All right,
you get three around.
Alcaraz and Sinner, the one you got on me for not watching, just smelling salt right next to
You get 3 around.
Right next to
You get 3 around. It's like a timeout. It's like a timeout.
Dame, right next to the water bottle, you get a sip of water, a little Gatorade, and then just smelling salt.
It should be treated like a currency. You use it 3 times like a timeout, and you get replenished at halftime.
Is it a performance enhancement?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah? For 30 seconds? Very short one. It's like a stimulant.
But it gets you wired. I don't know.
Like a stimulant.
I don't know. Yeah, stimulant.
Right? It's like a stimulant.
It's like
what about baseball?
It's like adrenaline.
Baseball?
Like right before that bat.
Anything those guys do, they could say it's cheating. So, I feel like you got to be careful there, right, Kyle?
I think it'd be interesting. You could
if Bonds was ripping smelling salts, you'd hate him even more.
I think Bonds is probably ripping smelling salts to begin with. I mean, he's probably like you're beaming out of his eyes with the amount of roids. But
come on, man, he never got proved.
The thing about it is, I think that there could be some intriguing moments to sports added with smelling salts.
You know what, Kyle? Maybe
like 1 syringe of adrenaline per team, like an EpiPen, and you just got to give it to the guy who's sluggish today, and he's all of a sudden, juiced up on adrenaline. You don't think that would add a little bit to the game? I think that would be interesting.
The more I think about it, I probably would not want Stephanie Prince, our GM, to see me ripping the smelling salt. That'd probably be a tough
the question is why?
Right.
Is it viewed as low class? Is it viewed as like low class?
Not like low class.
Unprofessional?
I don't know. Like, what are you doing? I feel like she just looked at me and go, what?
But then you offer
her the smelly. You want to try it?
You want to give it a rip?
You want to go? You don't want to try it?
Well, think of ammonia. Yeah.
By the way, where the hell did you get that story from? Your buddy have a bottle of ammonia?
Yeah, that's what people did. Yep. They had
at the frat house, just right there.
Bars too. They would bring it to the bars.
So just Budweiser.
They'd open up this pill bottle. It's not like a pill. I don't even know. Think of like an Advil bottle.
That's why I said like a vial.
Yeah, it's like an Advil container. Think of it like that, but there's just a straight ammonia.
So Dame, Bud Light, you got your Bud Light, you got your High Noons, vodka, and then just ammonia.
It's like the classic guy like bringing phone, keys, wallet. It'd be phone, keys, wallet, ammonia.
Yeah, phone, keys, wallet, and then ammonia.
That sounds like
you can't leave the house without it.
Sounds like the recipe to just flat out lose your sense of smell and taste.
Oh God, and that's
I can't comment on that. I don't know. I don't know. I still smell. I mean, my smell's not that great, but like Mike's done smelling salts before, and that guy could smell next week.
No, not the smelling salt. The ammonia, the pill bottle of ammonia.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, just Dame. It's just like, on the sideline for the tennis player. You got your Gatorade bottle, you got your water bottle, and then just smelling salts.
You got a finite number of timeouts. You get a finite number of smelling salts per team. I think that would be interesting, and you could use it strategically. And all of a sudden, there's a one-on-one situation, and you know that, like, I don't know. Let's think that Justin Jefferson's going to be one-on-one on the sideline. They call timeout, and he uses one of his smelling salts. And they've saved all their
strategically use them.
They've all used their smelling salts. You know whatever corner he's going against because they got no smelling salts remaining. There's a strategic and tactical advantage on Justin Jefferson.
Boys, Dame, Kyle, it's like timeouts. You know what I mean? You don't want to wait. You don't want to waste. You don't want to blow all your timeouts in the third quarter.
You have a bad first two drives. They use all three of their smelling salts.
So JJ, let's put it. Jay Jettas, Justin Jefferson. Kyle, it's like a 4th and 8. They need 10.
24-17, fourth quarter.
Yep.
And they're playing the Bears, and the Bears have already used all their smelling salts.
And Jay Jettas just goes, hey, JJ, come here. JJ McCarthy, new quarterback. JJ, here. Whoa!
Give me the ammonia packet. Give me the ammonia packet. Give me the ammonia packet.
And then you got you got Connor Stallions, the cheating assistant coach, whoever it may be, no names please. And he's got the bottle of ammonia. You know what I mean? But he's 5 feet away.
Well, that would make that that would be useful if he was cheating.
Yeah, Connor Stallions was cheating.
But ammonia, you're making ammonia.
Yeah, but that shady coach like Connor Stallions.
Ammonium is not cheating. I wonder if these players do have like ammonia packets.
They might. Listen, as much as the outcry, and the reason I wanted to talk about this, the outcry that I saw from the player about the smelling salt. It's like you said, it was like they were taking away something that they were strategically using and trying to get themselves an advantage.
Well, think about it too. Like, think about what the players do alternatively. You've seen videos of these players on before football games, no helmet, like punching each other and headbutting helmets. Would you rather that, or would you rather them get a little ammonia packet out and just get a little wired in for about 10 seconds?
Not surprising me that Bake and Kyle, for as long as he was in Cleveland, I never realized he was a smelling salt guy.
But it's not you don't notice it because it's just on the sideline.
Right. And it's like, obviously it's not friendly because they're not showing it on TV, so we learned that today.
That's it.
Apparently we frowned upon doing it on the YouTube stream and over the air, but
I think people got to be a little bit more open-minded about that. Maybe we got to lead a little bit of a redefining,
little charge?
A little redefining of the reputation.
Would you call it mob mentality?
That is mob mentality.
Do a little mob mentality for
smelling salts. You jump in on the mob. Hold on a second. It's like the people that enforced prohibition back in the 20s when the alcohol was banned, and all of a sudden it's getting sold under the sheets.
I didn't know T blew it. I didn't know she was the one that.
She screwed that up. It's
okay.
888-760-3776. Have you ever used smelling salts? What do you use smelling salts for? Do you use it before you make dinner? I mean, do you try to get wired in before you leave get into the office for work? I think it should be a little bit more normalized.
Is it, coffee, water in the morning, and then smelling salt? Just right next to the
It's got to be a part of somebody's routine. 888-760-3776. Number to get into the program. That's 888-760-3776. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez. It's Russo and Rizzo taking the time out here on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, proudly representing the residents of South Florida since 1985, and proud supporter of Inter Miami on ESPN West Palm. Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath has attorneys across South Florida ready to fight for your rights. They've recovered billions for their clients, and you won't pay anything unless you win your case. If you have been injured, call the attorneys at Lytle, Ryder, Smith, Ivy, and Fronrath, 561-867-4117, or online at foryourrights.com. Main office in West Palm Beach.
Hey, it's Evan Cohen. You could spend your day arguing with strangers on Facebook, or you could listen to professional yelling on ESPN 106.3, the station that's louder than your neighbor's leaf blower and way more entertaining.
Every Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. Membership is just $100, and all fans 21 and up get a ticket to every Thursday game and a drink koozie, which unlocks weekly drink specials. Learn more at RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn turned your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit signoramawpb.com.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Need assistance with door and window projects? The Home Depot can help. From inspiration and materials to ordering and installation, our free millwork virtual apron service can get you moving and doing. Plus, we speak Spanish too. Our associates can help you tackle complex jobs without you leaving the job site, saving you time and money. Call us at 1-833-HD-APRON or visit homedepot.com/MVA. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
The Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. If you've been in a car accident, truck accident, suffered a slip and fall, my friends Mark Anajar and Glenn Levine at Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys, they're here to fight for you. They don't charge you unless you win. They work tirelessly to get you the maximum compensation that you deserve. Why settle for just any attorney? Demand Anajar and Levine today, because that's the Anajar and Levine difference. All it takes is one phone call. Take back control of your life. Don't wait. Call for that free consultation today. That's 1-800-747-FREE. 1-800-747-3733. Take back control now with Anajar and Levine. Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez with you. 888-760-3776. Number to get into the program on Russo and Rizzo. That's 888-760-3776. When we're talking about athletes of today, athletes of yesterday, the one thing that's sort of associated with greatness or bordering greatness or expectations of greatness is it's almost like hit little, miss little. And there's a whole gray area that just comes if you step the wrong way, step on a branch, step on even a twig, you're going to get scrutinized, whether by the media, whether by the fan, whether by the team, whether by anybody, under a microscope. And it got everybody thinking about who today those guys, is LeBron for many years. I don't know if it's LeBron anymore, but the most scrutinized players you could ever think of.
Right now, if I had to put a kind of a big three on the big major sports, Kyle, I would probably go number one in football, believe it or not, Caleb Williams. I mean, dude, did you see the news stories coming out of Chicago? Kyle, they were throwing against air on some ridiculous target accuracy drill. And apparently, Caleb, I don't want to say lost his mind, but visibly got frustrated. Kyle, it's football. When you're not doing well, And apparently he did that, and everyone's right. Caleb Williams is frustrated. Is he going to be Ben Johnson's quarterback by the end of the year? Everything that poor kid does is under a microscope. And I told you, and you say it all the time, with Caleb, I thought he had a bad year last year, but let's give him a chance this year with Ben Johnson. Let's not freak out about what's going on with shorts and shoulder pads right now. Let's not freak out about them going up against each other in ridiculous 11-on-11. Just don't get hooked in training camp. That's what I would say about that. So Caleb Williams, NFL. I think MLB is easy. Aaron Judge, with the lack of playoff success.
The thing about Judge is he's praised for his. We know he's great
until September comes around.
We
right?
know
in
he's
October.
great, though. We do know he's great, right? I think you got to think about. You need to have the fame. You need to have the notoriety in order to be scrutinized. So that's one thing. But I mean, the thing about Judge is year in and year out, yes, for the 3 or 4 week period of the playoffs, we're wondering where's Aaron Judge, where's Aaron Judge, where's Aaron Judge. The rest of the year, people don't really do that as much, right?
Well, because he's playing well, and I understand that point. But Kyle, it's to the point where it's so bad sometimes in the Fall Classic and the playoffs, where it's like everywhere you see, at least that talks baseball, you know what I mean? Every baseball talking head, it's like, I cannot believe the drop off. And Kyle, to be quite honest, I don't think I've ever seen a drop-off like that in my life when it comes to how great of a player someone is in the regular season.
It can only happen
and
in
then the
baseball.
playoffs.
It can only happen in baseball.
Agreed, because of the at-bats and how it is. And then the lack of opportunity and the fact that 3 out of 10, it is good. But I would probably go with Judge baseball. And then NBA's tough because I feel like it's a team for me right now. It's not, with LeBron, it's not to the point where, LeBron needs to get this many titles anymore. LeBron's got 4 titles. I think he's completely content with the legacy that he has put together. It's the Lakers, I think. The Lakers are scrutinized because we've talked about it before about how we act as media members. Like, the Lakers are the Lakers, and they're always going to be under a microscope. Since we don't have a Kobe, a Michael, and a LeBron kind of esque player right now, someone who's chasing immortality, I don't think there's like a real player in the NBA where we just can't stop talking about. Maybe it is going to be Luka. Maybe I just answer my own question. Maybe it turns into Luka. But if I had to go with scrutinized players, that ridiculous thing I read about Caleb Williams today throwing against Aaron Judge in the playoffs, and then NBA, the Lakers, just because of LeBron's, I don't want to say downfall, but him kind of being on the back nine of the career and being completely content with where he's at as a player.
Yeah, the NBA, you could go to about 100 different options because it's just such a widely social media styled sport where these players are on social media, they're involved, they got brands, and because of that, they're scrutinized to a heavy degree. Football, and the thing about basketball is the best player has the ball in his hands regardless of what happens towards the end of the game.
Yep.
Other than quarterbacks, that doesn't necessarily happen in football. Other than baseball, that definitely doesn't happen in baseball. The one quarterback I would add to this list is Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts, yeah, absolutely. I think Jalen Hurts could cure cancer, and then they'll find something wrong.
I think the Super Bowl helped, though.
The Super Bowl definitely did help, but let's think about it for a second. This guy is basically lived in the postseason. He had that one bad loss to Tampa Bay. Fine. They had that little bit of a post-Super Bowl hangover after they lost, where he played well in the game, and he is somebody who has had a ton of regular season success as a third-round pick coming in through 2 coaches. So keep that in mind, and through multiple coordinators. And to me, I think he constantly, even today, gets disrespected as somebody who is not somebody that they want to like sort of hitch the wagon to him long term as a big time quarterback. It seems like the Eagles are the only one that are content with having Jalen Hurts there because, I mean, if we want to go down the list, there's probably a lot of other teams. I think this is the league wide too. There's a lot of other teams that would say that they don't necessarily respect Jalen Hurts as much. They respect the team more.
How much is it of kind of the NFL fan as a whole? And when I mean NFL fan as a whole, all of the fans of all the teams. Kyle, I think the Jalen Hurts stuff comes from his own fan base. And it did before they won a Super Bowl. That's my pushback. That's why I think the Super Bowl helps, because it kind of gets the own. I mean, I was watching Eagle fans. They won the damn game, and some guy, drunkard fan after the game was complaining about, team's great, but Jalen Hurts is going to ruin the team. Like, what are we doing?
That's not the thing. Is I think the Philly fan is fine with Hurts because of
now they are
but this is somebody who has had massive amounts of postseason success. He is a good to great regular season player. He doesn't necessarily pad the statistics. And it's hard because he's playing in an era where he's got 3 quarterbacks that literally live in the stats column in Allen, Jackson, and Mahomes. And if Jalen Hurts just plays to win. He's got more Brady in him than anybody playing today has. In the sense that he doesn't care how he looks. He cares what the score is. And Mahomes is, of course, like this. But Mahomes wins every game. And Mahomes can win throwing 5 touchdowns or 0. But Hurts, ever since he was drafted, knew exactly what he needed to do for the team to win, and he almost gets ostracized for it. And I think that's almost unfair because everybody's better than Jalen Hurts until it's time to be better than Jalen Hurts in the postseason, and then they're not.
He made one bad throw in the Super Bowl, and I believe the Eagles immediately got a takeaway right after he threw the interception. So outside of one throw in the Super Bowl, the guy was absolutely incredible. How about this name, Dak Prescott? Is it more
totally scrutinized for the wrong reasons?
Kyle, is it more because of the star on the helmet? Or is it more because Dak is a player? I think it's probably because of the star on the helmet.
Yeah, he probably gets a bad rap too. I mean, if he was on the Tennessee Titans, he would be very comfortably their franchise's best player. And because of the market he plays in and because of the team he plays for, everything is under a microscope. I think that the Eagles are a similar direction. I think the Eagles are a similar thing. The Bears are probably somewhat like that. I think Jordan Love gets a lot of scrutiny because of just what he's following, the acts that he is following. But Prescott comes to mind. And imagine that. Prescott gets the same amount of flack that Jalen Hurts can get. And people would there are real people out there that say they would rather have Dak Prescott than Jalen Hurts. Really? Really? I disagree with that.
When Dak's healthy, he's pretty doggone good.
But Dak's never won a big game in his life.
Agreed.
I rather players that win games.
Agreed.
And let's think about it for a second. I mean, are you taking Herbert over Jalen Hurts?
I want to badly, but no.
Both on good teams. You got good teams, both sides. You're probably taking Hurts.
You are. It's because of the track record in the playoffs. And I mean, let's call it for what it is, man. As much as it hurts for me to say, because I love Herbert, he's social media quarterback. Whoever said that all those years ago is doggone right, and it hurt last year. And listen, I can't stand khaki pants. I can't stand Cheater Harbaugh. He's a great coach, though. But I thought that team was going to be able to maybe win a playoff game last year. And Herbert played him out of the game. When your quarterback throws 4 interceptions,
it's awful.
You're not going to beat anybody.
Awful in the game.
You would beat Iowa. If Iowa was on the other side, your quarterback throws 4 interceptions, you're going to be in the game.
He was awful. 27-0 on the road in a playoff game in the first half, and he blew that game too. Guy hasn't won a big game in his life. He's 3-18 against playoff teams in his career. At 3-18.
And it's like, he's the opposite, right? He's the darling of everyone, including myself. Like I said, I'm guilty of this because of the body frame and what the 2 interceptions.
And if he played for Dallas, he would have been ran out of town.
Oh, my God, ran out of dude.
2 years ago.
And listen, Dak, I understand the point. I don't think ran out of town, but certainly, Kyle, what did we do? It'd be this exact same conversations that you had with Dak Prescott. Colin, we talk all the time about Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson, how those quarterbacks are on a different level.
Even Lamar is even scrutinized.
That's what I was about. I was
a heavy degree.
That's my next question. Mahomes, Burrow, Allen, Jackson. Who's the most scrutinized out of the bunch?
It's Jackson, but let's think about it. Burrow is protected because Burrow gets a lot of credit for losing in the Super Bowl than Matthew Stafford gets for winning that Super Bowl game. Burrow gets more credit for that because he beating Mahomes and everything. But Allen, Allen not as much, but Allen, Burrow, and Mahomes are sort of protected for some reason. And the guys like, Lamar, Jalen Hurts, those guys are pounded constantly.
Yeah.
But despite Brock Purdy even pounded constantly because of what, an eye test? Isn't it about winning the games? Was Aaron Rodgers a more attractive player than Brady was? The answer is yes. But you taking Brady, and Brady's obviously a one-of-one example, but this point stands. Would you rather the Dan Marinos of the world or the guy who's going to take you down the field to win a game?
Yep.
That's why it gets tricky because you could be as flashy as you want. You could look as cool as you want doing it. And you could be as physically impressive. But if you don't win games, Jalen Hurts is not more talented. But I would maybe take him earlier in a game because he's a leader, because he's somebody that can win a playoff game. He knows how to elevate his game at the right moments. He doesn't necessarily get fazed by pressure. And he showed you a lot of humility when he got benched by Tua Tagovailoa in a game that they won the national championship in. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, and he bounced around a lot. I mean, Oklahoma after that as well. He's proved that he could do it at multiple stops. I think Jalen Hurts is the ultimate winner. Jalen Hurts, to your credit, is the ultimate guy who's going to do anything for his team. Is he not as talented, maybe throwing the ball, as a Burrow who almost threw for 5,000 yards last year? Fine.
Yeah, he doesn't get enough credit.
But guess
what? He really doesn't.
He has not him specifically, Colin, but Hurts and the Eagles have an unstoppable play that nobody can stop. Like the tush push, I think. You can't do that without Jalen Hurts.
No.
You can't do that without. If you put I mean, we've seen the Buffalo Bills try to do it in the AFC Championship game last year against the Chiefs. You put Josh Allen in that system with Philadelphia, and you know how much I love Josh Allen. He's my favorite quarterback in the league. I don't know if the tush push is successful if Josh Allen is running it in Philadelphia.
You even saw it. Like he tried it. They try it in Buffalo all the time. It doesn't work.
I'm willing to go even further. Put Allen in that Philadelphia system and with that offensive line and how Sirianni and the boys know how to run it.
I think it'd probably be successful.
I think Jalen Hurts, that's his thing. You know what I mean? I think they're able to do that because he knows what to do. I know it's nonetheless just falling forward, Kyle, but I don't know. I think Hurts has kind of mastered it, and I think we got to give him some credit for that. You said Jackson gets more scrutinized than all four of those quarterbacks. I agree. Burrow because he beat Mahomes. Allen because it's like everyone thinks with Josh Allen it's only a matter of time, and I am one of those people. I think it's only a matter of time until the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen win a Super Bowl. But golly, it's about time we start seeing him do it. The overtime game when he didn't get the ball back. The multiple times after that where they lost to Kansas City, can't get over the edge. Every time I make the excuse of it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. The Bills, the defenses. Maybe we do. Maybe I do need to start giving him some scrutiny like we do with Lamar.
He's a better postseason player than Lamar is.
Agreed.
He's a wildly better postseason player.
Agreed, but shouldn't we he can't beat Mahomes either. It's like all these guys can't beat Mahomes and the Chiefs. That's the scrutiny. The scrutiny with the other three, not named Patrick on that list, and Burrow, Jackson, and Allen. Obviously, Mahomes not going to beat himself, Kyle. None of those three outside of Burrow have beaten Mahomes. And then Burrow, the year after that, lost. So it's like everyone's trying to chase this one guy, and only Joe Burrow is the quarterback that beat Mahomes.
And he lost to Matthew Stafford in that playoff in the Super Bowl, and we still give him a ton of credit for what exactly? For what? He's shown an ability not to stay healthy, and he's shown an ability to rack up stats on a team that isn't that competitive. That's what we're looking at. Josh Allen's been in the mix every single year. Lamar's been in the mix every single year. Lamar has not been very good in the postseason. Allen's been excellent in the postseason. Allen's played great games and lost, and just off of the fact of a better player, which is why I think he gets a little bit more of a leash. But think about Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts plays well in playoff games. That's it. He plays well in playoff games. Plays good. Plays better than a lot of times his counterpart. And maybe he's got an easier situation. Of course, we'd be stupid not to admit that. Positions and where you are and your team around you, of course, matters.
Yep.
But everybody's better than Jalen Hurts until it's time to be better than Jalen Hurts. And then we're not better than Jalen Hurts. That's where you get burned. And Caleb Williams, he could win 10 games. He could win 9-10 games this year. He's probably still going to be throwing rocks. They're probably going to throw rocks at him.
And I think the big thing there is similar to your guy in Jacksonville. The expectations were there, man, when he was the number one pick. Like, you think of no doubt number one picks, Caleb Williams, John Elway. I'm sure there's plenty more than I'm forgetting about in the history of the NFL. But with the expectation of Caleb Williams, Heisman Trophy winner, a Lincoln Riley quarterback, arguably who is considered the best out of the bunch of Baker, Kyler, and company that Lincoln has coached, the nail polish. He doesn't want to go to Chicago. No, he does. I think because of all of that, I hope he's successful. If he's not successful, I really feel for the young man.
Well,
I really do.
He's got a couple years to figure it out. They're going to play out his rookie contract.
And I'm not saying that's not the point I'm trying to make, but like you hate to see you hate to see someone not like live up to the limelight, because I think when I think of somebody absolutely living up to every single expectation ever, it's LeBron James. It's LeBron James. LeBron lived up to every single expectation that there was, and there were a lot of expectations on Caleb, and I think a lot of it where he plays too, Kyle. A team that is starving for quarterback play, never had a 4,000-yard passer, and was supposed to be the savior of just a miserable list of quarterbacks of Christmas past.
And another person, to flip sports for a second, another person who I think is wildly scrutinized, and probably undeservingly so, maybe more than all of them. You can bring up the MVP and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, but it's Jason Tatum. It's Jason Tatum, easily, in my opinion. This is somebody who's gotten 4 straight All-NBA first teams. 4 straight. And there's probably a 15-person list that you could come up with that just in the blank eye, the wide majority of the public would probably take over Jason Tatum. And Jason Tatum's available. Jason Tatum's had a long career. Jason Tatum's made a lot of playoff runs. He's deep into the playoffs every single year he plays. And just because he had a couple not even bad, iffy games, He played terrible in 2022 in the NBA Finals. That's one thing.
One of the worst performances ever, though.
But
Kyle.
he's had, hold on, but he's had elite performances in the postseason. When you play a lot in the postseason, you're destined to have bad games. LeBron has blemishes. Jordan has blemishes. Curry has blemishes.
Not to that point, but I understand.
They do. That's it. They all have had awful postseason performances. Harden has had bad postseason performances. As Durant had 2016, that conference final, we need a chance to put Golden State away. How'd that go? Dirk has had bad postseason performances. Tim Duncan has disappeared in playoff series before. Kobe wasn't an effective two-option that first postseason run.
Is he the level of everyone we just named, though?
He's 26 years old. He has a title. He's first-team All-NBA.
Then he should be the next face of the league. I'm pushing back here because I can't stand the Celtics.
You're talking about face of the league like that's a social media proclamation. That has nothing to do with the NBA. You're talking about I'm talking about his production.
But like those guys that you were mentioning there, outside of the Hardens and company, but like the legends you were mentioning there, Kyle, those guys were all-time household names during their times in the NBA.
And you know what the funny part is? He's 26.
And he's still young.
He's 26. What did Curry do before he was 26?
Lost.
What did LeBron do before he was 20? He got to that one finals?
I think Bronny, didn't he win in Miami before 26?
I want to say he was 27. I don't know. That was I think that was 14 years ago. He's 14 years ago. He's 27 years old. He's 27 years old. He's 27 years old.
I cannot compare LeBron and Jason Tatum.
I understand the
point you're trying to make, but
I'm not saying he should. I'm saying he's scrutinized. That guy could do anything, and he wouldn't get the credit for it. And just because he had a teammate that played excellent, and just because he doesn't necessarily have that stamina in the media to get a Finals MVP no matter what, he didn't get it then. And it was a toss-up, and Jaylen Brown got it.
He deservedly got it, though, right?
They killed him. It was a 5-game series. Tatum could have gotten it too. But point being, I think he's a heavily scrutinized athlete, probably unfairly so. Jason Tatum, I would say, he's near the top of the list. Because all he does is win. Don't you want to win? Would you rather win or get the personal statistics and personal accolades? He wins, and he leads that team. Jaylen Brown has been less consistent than Jason Tatum has. So I would say that as a 26-year-old, somebody who's got 4 first-team All-NBAs, Doncic gets a whole lot more credit for doing absolutely nothing comparatively to what Jason Tatum, who's done absolutely a ton. And they're comparable.
Don't worry, that's coming now, Kyle, with Luka wearing that purple and gold, brother.
That's it now.
That's coming now, dude.
And a lot of it has to do with the market. With Boston comes heavy expectations, but he's won a title too. We're still questioning it. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Damian Perez, 888-760-3776, number to get into the program. The most scrutinized athlete, the most unfairly scrutinized athlete, who is that to you? I would say Jalen Hurts, Jason Tatum popped to mind for me. What is your answer? 888-760-3776, number to get into the program. We take a timeout. It's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSIsYes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Lamar Jackson, Devin Singletary, Kaiir Elam. These are just some of the players that have graced the top 63 list. Who will be next? Find out Saturday, August 9th at the 2025 Top 63 Awards, presented by HSS Florida. We're counting down the top 63 athletes in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast and recognizing the top 20 flag football stars. Watch it live on ESPN West Palm's YouTube starting at 7 p.m. The top 63 awards are also presented by Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Kaiser University, Safebound Moving and Storage, and Racetrack.
It's anything but the dog days of summer at DQ Grill & Chill. All August long, grab a 4-piece chicken strip basket, crispy, golden, and delicious for just $7.49. And cool off with our blizzard of the month, Reese's Caramel Craze, packed with peanut butter cups, salted caramel truffles, and chocolate cone dip. And the classic Superman Blizzard is sticking around for one last month. Come chill with us at DQ Grill and Chill. 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMIT.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez. It's Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3. Scrutiny. Does it come with greatness? Is it a byproduct? Probably. Can you ever elevate past it? I mean, LeBron has shown that you probably can't. Some people are. Even Brady was scrutinized for a long time, but once he retired, it sort of went away. Once he got to Tampa, especially, kind of went away. But when he was on the Patriots, Brady was an immensely scrutinized player because of just how he played. Easily. And then he went to Tampa, and then he started airing the ball out left and right. Well, and he almost shut everybody up.
The conversation was, outside of Belichick, he's not going to be able to do anything. You know what I mean? Bill is the reason that Tom Brady is having success. And ironically enough, Colin, Brady leaves, he wins the Super Bowl. And Bill sticks around in New England, and I love Bill.
And then Bill's a scrutinized one.
I love Bill, okay? But Bill struggled. Post-Brady, it was ugly. They had that 1 year with Mac Jones where they snuck in, I believe, as a wild card team, Mac Jones' rookie year, and they got smoked like a cigarette by the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, terrible. Damian Perez, our producer behind the glass. Damian, is there one that pops to mind from you when you talk about an overly scrutinized athlete?
Yeah, I got one that really pops to mind, and this, he kind of did it to himself, but it's Aaron Rodgers.
That guy walks down the street and there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, and I think that ego kind of did it for him as well.
Well, he dated a witch. You know, by the way, I just love saying that. Allegedly dated a witch. I feel like, Damian, a lot of it is self-inflicted. But when you win an MVP, 4 times? When you're a 4-time MVP winner and first-team All-Pro at the quarterback position, post-Manning, during Brady. I mean, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers coming up and being the best quarterback in the NFL and one of the most quarterback lucrative, rich NFLs we've ever seen. So I think it comes with the territory, but obviously with the off-the-field stuff, and we're not going to get into all of the, maybe some of the other political stuff.
I got one more.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark.
Well, that's because I think Caitlin Clark,
she's wildly scrutinized.
Big time, but I think it's because how popular she made the sport. Being honest.
It's out of spite.
Probably. I think a lot of it is, sadly, I think a lot of it is from her peers that she works with.
Well, the thing is, the whole Caitlin Clark...
I think a lot of it is from the players in the league.
It's turned into a race war. That's the problem. It's turned into a racial divide. And if you, somehow, some way, it is a WNBA exploding in popularity stemmed from whether if you support Caitlin Clark, somehow, some way, you support, one side, and then if you support the athletes of the WNBA, you support the other side. But one thing can be true without the other being false. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Both things can be right at the same time. Caitlin Clark was probably the primary reason that the WNBA is where it is. I think everybody can agree on that. Because why do we know that? Because Iowa was the team that everybody watched. It wasn't South Carolina. It wasn't LSU. It was Iowa when she was in college. Iowa was the team that traveled with the people that tuned in to Caitlin Clark. She's an exciting player. And then now she does it, and she's good with the media because she doesn't say a word. She's done this right. She's media trained, and she doesn't say a word. And still, every 5 seconds from her peers, from those that are anti-Clark, those that are anti the movement of her, and she could do anything right. She could do everything right.
Yep.
And she had a great rookie year, and the fact that she was more popular than the better players in the league really didn't sit well with a lot of people in the league.
It irked them. And something I like about Caitlin Clark too, boys, I saw on social media. So Sophie Cunningham, the young lady
rookie for Indiana Fever,
who asked why we're putting Cleveland in the WNBA, and it's an armpit of America. I still have an issue with that, by the way. Regardless, great player. Her and a teammate were lounging around at a beach and like joking around about bathing suits, and like Caitlin Clark commented on like the live stream and said, "Ladies, like basically put it together. Like pick up a basketball and put the damn bathing suits down." Like she's hyper focused. I did talk about chasing immortality. All right, she's chasing immortality for herself and I think for that league.
She's very easily.
I think
prediction today. She's going to be the best player that league's ever seen.
Exactly, but
she's gonna be the most important player that league's ever seen.
Hyper focused. You know what I mean? Her teammates are at the beach, lounging around, having fun. She's mad about it. I like that. I like that she's got some fire like that and that she's all about winning.
Yeah, the thing is, there's so much politics attached to the WNBA because there's those that are anti-WNBA and its growth. They're almost denying its growth. Hey, there shouldn't be money put into this because it operates at a loss and it's subsidized by the NBA and it hasn't turned necessarily a profit yet. But the buzz surrounding it is without question. It's palpable. And it's because of players, star power. And I think it's sort of built on that. But the one thing about Caitlin Clark is Clark hasn't been totally 100% available throughout her career, and that's hurt it. She sells out stadiums.
She does. And you want to know why? Let me tell you why. She's Steph Curry-esque kind of player.
Yeah, she's exciting.
She's an exciting
watch.
Colin, as much as I couldn't stand Steph being on the opposite side of that rivalry for a long time, that guy is one of the most fun players to watch in the history of any sport. The long threes, the dribbling, the dicing through defenders and getting to the lane. It's fun. It's fun to watch. Caitlin Clark plays that style of basketball.
Yeah, I think it really...
That's why she separates herself like that.
I think it boils down to the idea that almost like with great power comes great responsibility, the old Uncle Ben line from the Spider-Man.
Oh,
and
love that movie.
It once you have those expectations, that burden of sort of elevating the league around you, you have nowhere to go but up in terms of your development, and ebbs and flows are almost not allowed.
She separates herself from every other player. I even bring up LeBron, being the LeBron fan that I am. LeBron could go out and score 30 points, but he also could drop 20 assists. That's what made him different early on in the league, is that maybe he didn't have the best jumper, but the offense is going to go through him, and he's one of the best passers at 6'9", 250 pounds. So Caitlin makes herself different. It's a fun style of play. It's a fun style of basketball. And I stand by what I said. It's her peers that are scrutinizing her. It's her peers and former WNBA players that scrutinize her because, in my opinion, they want to be her. They want to be her.
It's out of spite.
They want to be her.
It's almost laughable how they sort of shoot themselves in the foot with there's just a media frenzy that sort of follows her and then therefore follows the other players.
They want to be her. It's that simple.
But, I understand why it bothers them. Every time those players are talking to the media, they're talking, hey, what do you think of Caitlin Clark doing this? What do you think of Caitlin Clark doing that? I got to imagine it gets tiresome at some point. But you got to play the high road. You got to understand what she's doing, and she's very clearly a nice person around these other players. So
she was great.
It's not like she's a bitter, sore winner or something like that.
And let's rewind to the playoff run that the Indiana Pacers were on. She was there. She was cheering for the team. She's a great story.
With great power comes great responsibility. When you were the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys, you sign up for that type of burden. When you're the quarterback, even of the Philadelphia Eagles, who have the New York Giants, the New York Yankees, the Los Angeles Lakers, the Boston Celtics, the Chicago Bears, when you're praised as the promised one and the chosen one to get them back to relevancy, you're tasked with that and almost given the burden of that curse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why somebody like Cam Ward doesn't have a lick of expectation attached to him because Tennessee doesn't necessarily have that great power that can elicit that responsibility. He's got everything to gain and almost nothing to lose. Lawrence was in a similar situation.
But coaching failed
No, but
him.
still, he plays well. He's been inconsistent. It's always been somebody else's fault his entire career. Justin Herbert can do it because he's at the second-tier LA market team that nobody really cares about, and he can't get away with it. I mean, he could get away with it. That's why with that great power of the expectation of the franchise you play for and what is expected of you, therefore, you have more opportunity to scrutinize. And there really is a lot of comparisons to that 2002 Spider-Man movie.
There is.
In that movie, that Green Goblin says to Spider-Man, he goes, "Well, nobody loves to see a hero. People love a hero until they want to see you tear it all down. There's nothing more they like to see than tearing a hero down."
Dude, should we call Tobey Maguire at this point?
That's it.
Should I call Tobey Maguire?
Talk about that. Those are two good. That's basically what sports is. If you want to talk about it at a boiled down level, with that great power comes that great responsibility. Jason Tatum has a great responsibility donning that Boston Celtic uniform. Does Trae Young have a major responsibility with an Atlanta Hawks jersey on?
Shout out our Atlanta Hawk fans. Kyle, it's Judge, too, with the pinstripes. And who were we talking about? Devin Williams.
I almost think Judge is a little, vindicated from the sense that
why
everybody...
No. I'm going to press you on this. He's got to have postseason success.
Fine. But everybody has said there's no help surrounding Judge. There hasn't been in many years. Stanton's been a good postseason player, but throughout the season, this is not what the Yankees are right now. It's not, we need Judge to perform. This is, we need the team to perform. The team is glaring issues. Yes, when it comes to the postseason, you think about your best players, but your best player only gets 3 cracks at it throughout the game.
It's Bonds-esque. It's Bonds-esque. And I know you can't stand Barry,
You only get a couple opportunities at greatness a game in a Major League playoff game. But Judge is so good in the regular season that it's always about getting him support rather than him specifically, because I think baseball fans have an inherent understanding that it's not just one player's fault. And it never usually is one player's fault. You could put blame on the manager. You could put blame on the general manager. But game by game, unless there's a closer and a blown save where you could really point a finger, there's not a lot of, especially for a position player hitter, you can't pin a series on one player. It's hard to. Because there's 100 other opportunities for everybody else. That's why I think it's harder for baseball to pin that type of scrutiny.
His splits from the regular season and the postseason, that's what I can't fathom. And he's had 60 games. He's played 60 postseason. He's been 205.
Yeah.
That's my pushback. That's why I look at and you look at the New York Yankees.
But think about it. If Judge hitting 300, do they have a ring? Probably not.
No, but it would help if he played better. Would you agree?
It would help
tremendously
him if he played better. Yes, he would help
tremendously.
The team, but they weren't a Judge hitting 300 away from winning a World Series.
If I think, and Jeter, Kyle, being that captain, a New York Yankee, Christian could talk better about it because he's a Yankee fan. But Kyle, I feel like when you're the Yankee captain, you wanna win that title.
Yeah, and the thing is, here's the thing about Judge is I agree. And some of that comes with postseason success, but they weren't an Aaron Judge great performance away from winning World Series. They were a team construction away from winning World Series. They were bullpen. They were starting pitching. Judge is so good in the regular season that he is the only one who consistently shows up, and therefore I think he is held to that sort of graceful, protected standard from the Yankee fan. It's going to change for 3 weeks in October, but throughout the rest of the year, it is all about around Judge than it is Judge. And it's because Judge is so consistent. We take his greatness for granted because he's the best. He's probably going to be one of the best right-handed hitters of all time by the time he's done with his career.
I agree, but I need my guy and I say my guy. I need him to bat over 235 plate appearances.
I understand.
The last 2 years in a row, it's I know I'm stat geeking right now, but
I go back to what I said, 300
brother.
Does not change their
ending
in the postseason.
But I go back to what I said. I've never seen such a drop-off.
I agree.
It's like it doesn't make sense.
He's one postseason run from changing it all. That's what it is. Yep. He's one postseason run from changing it all. But the Yankees' perception has been about team construction, not about Judge. Judge needs to play better, But Judge is not the sole reason.
What, Booney and Cashman aren't helping him out?
No. And that's why they both should be fired. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Damian Perez. We'll get into the second hour of the program on the flip side. It's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Saturday, August 23rd at 6 p.m. is Baseball, Brews, and Boom at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium, presented by Southern Eagle Distributing. For $35 in advance and $40 at the gate, fans 21 and older can enjoy the craft beer tasting event from 5 to 7 p.m. with burger and chips included, plus post-game fireworks. To find out more information about the event and to purchase tickets, stop by the ticket office or visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com.
Anna Jar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Experience the power and prestige of the new 2025 Range Rover Sport P530 Dynamic SE. Now available for lease at just $1529 a month for 36 months. With $89.95 due at signing, you'll be behind the wheel of true luxury and performance. But hurry, offers like this don't last forever. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and drive the future of sophistication. Land Rover, above and beyond.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
In South Florida, when it's time to get back in the game, there's a name you need to know. HSS Florida. HSS ranked #1 in orthopedics for 15 years in a row by U.S. News and World Report. HSS brings world-class care to Palm Beach and Wellington. Whether it's a joint replacement, sports injury, or orthopedic trauma, HSS Florida treats athletes of all ages. Visit hss.edu/Florida to schedule your consultation today. HSS Florida, where champions and everyday people alike get the care they need to stay at the top of their game.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
Hey, you ready for a stress-free move? Choose Safebound Moving and Storage, Florida's #1 movers. With a solid reputation, we set the standard for excellence. Trust us for local, long-distance, commercial, or luxury moves. We offer over 200,000 square feet of secure storage. We handle everything, so you don't have to. Your possessions will be treated like our own, always in perfect condition. Visit safeboundmoving.com for a free quote. Safe with Safebound. Your move matters.
Now, it's time for a little R&R.
All into the bucket, lays it up and in.
Ball game, Rizzo! Live in the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, this is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
This team is going to be tough when they finally get it together.
Sit back and relax. Let Russo and Rizzo take you home.
Oh, mercy! Light him up, Colin!
Second hour of Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Damian Perez filling in for Christian Cat. We're at the City Play Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. If you missed the first hour, go listen back. Russo and Rizzo, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can catch full episodes there. You can also watch us back on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter/X at ESPN West Palm. Marlon Humphrey just tweeted that he spent $1,000 on smelling salts from Amazon. $1,000.
Dude, it's a trend. It's a trend. The NFL, I didn't realize how much NFL players use the smelling salts until, like we said, they were about to ban it. I had no idea that this was such a big thing.
Terrible. Ryan Clark tweeted that coleslaw should be outlawed. There's no reason it should be a thing. No one has ever showed up to a cookout and asked, where's the slaw at?
That's not true, because I have. Auntie Vicky's 4th of July party. I didn't see it outside. I go, Auntie, where's the coleslaw? Oh, honey, it's over there.
I think that's
okay.
I think that's an arrestable offense. I do.
Asking for the coleslaw?
Yeah. You're the only person that asked for the coleslaw.
Dude, I had my whole plate. I had my ribs. I had my burger. I had my dog. I had corn. And I looked over. I wanted my coleslaw. I said, Aunt Vic, where's the coleslaw?
Coleslaw kills the momentum of any meal.
You don't like coleslaw?
I think the majority of the American people don't like coleslaw.
That's not true.
Damien?
That's not true.
You like coleslaw?
I don't like coleslaw, but what I will say is that if, America as a culture doesn't have many original dishes or side or even food choices, I would say coleslaw is single-handedly American.
Potato salad.
That's a negative connotation. That description right there is saying American does not have cuisine and the best we can offer is coleslaw.
No, they do have there is cuisine here in America, man. But it's not original. They got the pasta from Italy, the pizza. I just don't think there's
coleslaw. There's nothing to it. It's just
I love it. I love it.
It's not satisfying.
It's got to be made right. It's got to be made right.
If you're at anywhere who has
it's
coleslaw,
a side
you're
dish.
looking for an alternative.
Mate, it's a side dish.
You're looking for an alternative.
And you only find it in America.
All right, I don't mind giving them a shout out. Dave's Hot Chicken. I'd never had it before. I stopped over there over the weekend, got the 2 slider sandwiches, the French fries, and it was coleslaw. Coleslaw was the third thing that I was picking at. The main dish was the hot chicken sandwich and the French fry. The coleslaw isn't the main thing.
I understand. If it's a side, you're looking for an alternative.
All right, you want to know what we did most scrutinized players? Coleslaw is a very scrutinized food, and it doesn't deserve it because it's not the main course. No one goes, "Oh, I can't wait to eat coleslaw tonight." It's a nice little add-on.
You're right.
You have
That's
to
exactly
a dish.
the point we're trying to make. Is nobody's looking forward to it.
But
I'm
looking forward to it because it's an add-on to the dish. It's not the main course, though. Ryan Clark is acting like this thing is the main course. It's not.
Hold on, you can scrutinize
option.
side dishes just as much as you can scrutinize main entrees.
It's the 4th option, Kyle.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
You can still hold it to the same state. You can still scrutinize it like it's food because it's still food in the plate.
No, man.
Yes. We scrutinize the side options at barbecues, Thanksgiving dinner, holidays, generally. Absolutely.
I'm trying to think the only thing I could say, and I respect it. This isn't me saying, oh, no one's looking for it. I'd never say it about it. Cranberry sauce. I'm not a big cranberry sauce guy. But I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, no one's looking for it at Thanksgiving. It's a flat out lie. People are looking for coleslaw at a cookout.
People are not looking for coleslaw at a cookout. I've never been to a cookout in my life and saw somebody other than maybe you who saw somebody willingly put coleslaw on their plate. If you get coleslaw, it's because it's a side at a restaurant and you had no choice in the matter. Or it's on a sandwich, you had no choice in it.
On a sandwich, that's
and
that's a fireable.
Chicken sandwiches have put it on it a lot.
That's a fireable offense. I do not believe coleslaw on a sandwich,
But on the side with a nice fork, absolutely. Get a little bite, a little taste. Okay, now where's the slaw? Give me some slaw. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're not eating it right. Whoever's
what do you mean eating it right? You just talked about how you should eat it with a fork by itself.
Whoever's cooking it for you, whoever's cooking that slaw for you did a bad job. You got a botched job, dude. You got to have some of the old man's coleslaw.
The coleslaw, it's
some of my dad's coleslaw.
It's uneventful.
You'll change your opinion on it.
You just shouted out Dave's Hot Chickens. It's
pretty good.
I mean,
it's decent.
It's coleslaw.
There's nothing to write home about. It's decent.
If you ever have coleslaw on your plate, it's 95% chance that it's without, you didn't have a choice.
All right, so where you at on potato salad? Because I get to eat my weight in potato salad.
Potato salad's fun. It's good.
Very good.
I'm okay
egg
with
salad?
It. Yeah.
I can eat my weight in an egg salad sandwich. Egg salad sandwich, chicken salad sandwich, tuna sandwich.
Doesn't do that with me. Yeah, that doesn't do that for me.
All of it.
Tuna salad and egg salad. I mean, like.
I can eat all of it.
Separately.
I can eat it out of the bowl.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Coleslaw does not deserve that. Coleslaw is a horrific side.
Dame, got my ribs, got my burger, got my dog,
it doesn't compliment
got my corn on the cob. I even have the side plate of the watermelon. And I'm like, what's missing here? Oh yeah, the coleslaw and the potato salad. That's what's missing. Those are the two things that are missing from that perfect plate of a 4th of July piece of
any barbecue in the history of barbecues. There's a absolute insane amount of leftovers from the coleslaw bowl.
And also,
always, every time.
You want to know what there's a lot of leftovers of that I love are the barbecued style beans. You know what I'm talking about?
There is a lot of leftovers of that because I think beans just have a bad rap.
Oh, it's delicious. Those barbecue beans. Sign me up.
I'm with you there, Mike.
Sign me up.
Yeah, I agree with that. Those are pretty good. Coleslaw, though, when they put it on sandwiches, they put it on sides. There's a ton of these hot chicken places that, for some reason, they love putting coleslaw with it. Please.
You can ask for it without.
Keep it. Yeah, and you're right, I do. Sometimes you have no choice. Sometimes you have no choice.
That's what I did.
You didn't realize it comes with it, and you're not touching it. It sucks. It sucks.
That's what I did at Dave's Hot Chicken.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It is such an overrated.
I didn't know you hate this. So Christian, I thought
think he's completely right. I think he's completely right when Ryan Clark said it should be outlawed.
Christian,
get rid of it.
Christian hates our producer Christian Cat. He hates like the cold. He doesn't do potato salad. He doesn't do macaroni. All right, where are we at on pasta salad and macaroni salad?
Fine.
Oh man, delicious. Well, pasta salad, or macaroni salad.
If you're gonna get macaroni, get macaroni and cheese, and that's a barbecue. That's a barbecue style thing. Potato salad, the same thing, but I like potatoes separately as well. Like I don't need it in a salad form. I don't need that.
You want to know my gripe? All right, so you don't like slaw. You want to know what I think is a really overrated side is a baked potato. I rather do mashed. I rather do a French fry. I rather do a potato salad. Like. A baked. I struggle to eat a whole big baked potato.
Yeah, it's not.
You know what I mean? I struggle.
It's not.
I struggle to do it.
Yeah, you almost have to. It's an effort thing.
It is. I struggle to do it, but like Kyle, I'm the only one in my family to the point where Thanksgiving time, I always like. It's a tradition at this point. I give my brother half of my baked potato because there's just no chance I'm gonna eat the whole thing. But him and my mother,
some butter in it. You
sour cream, a little cheese. Hey, listen, you could jazz it up, but at that point, my God, you might as well just eat a French fry.
Yeah, it's probably the worst types of form you could get a potato in. But coleslaw, there's no denomination of coleslaw.
Oh, it's so good.
I don't care in addition to anything. It's in an alternative from something else.
It's usually the last thing I eat, the slaw.
And there's a reason for that.
It usually
it feels like a chore, doesn't it?
No, it's good.
Yeah, it feels like
tasty.
A chore. Feels like a chore. I forgot the coleslaw. I got to eat the coleslaw.
It's tasty.
Terrible. Tasty, please.
Tasty.
It tastes like taxes. It's like.
How do you know what taxes? You eating money over there?
It just feels like a chore. It feels like it feels like doing laundry. Like that's what it feels like.
I love laundry.
No wonder you love coleslaw. It's like doing
Kyle, love laundry.
It's like doing a chore. That's what it feels like.
Do laundry every night at the Rizzo family apartment. Love laundry.
That feels like a chore. That's what it is. I completely agree. I'd be okay if the United States government signed a law tomorrow saying we don't need this anymore. It is
you think
it's a stupid thing to include?
You think it's a patented Russo waste of time?
Waste, complete. It can never be made again. I will never notice. And there's nobody here that can say 888-760-3776. If you love coleslaw, please enlighten me to why.
I think I'm probably alone on this, and I rarely win the coleslaw argument. I rarely do. I've had it multiple times with friends.
I'm sure every
feel like it
time
comes
you
down
eat
to family.
coleslaw, I'm sure
It comes
every
down to if
time
your
you eat
family likes it.
coleslaw in public spaces, people ask you, why do you like coleslaw?
You're probably onto something there. I think it's because, dude,
Why are you eating that? Why are you eating that?
Dude, I'm telling you, my mother and father, they cook a bomb coleslaw, dude. I don't know how to explain it. I think you might like it. I honest God think you would probably like my family's coleslaw
The problem
recipe.
is, here's like the circling back moment is every time you probably have it in public, not surrounded by your family in like a patented recipe, somebody's asking you, what the hell are you doing?
It's like drinking milk. Like people think I'm a psychopath
If you're going
because
to
I
a
drink
barbecue
milk.
and somebody's serving you or something like that, or they're helping you out, and you ask where the coleslaw is, they're gonna give you a look.
What, you know what I'm talking about?
Sure. You know what you're asking for?
You know what I'm talking about with the milk thing though too? It was like so big growing up, like you got to drink your milk. I feel like that just completely went to the wayside. I went somewhere, a breakfast joint with some buddies, got some milk. They go, dude, you're drinking milk? That's terrible.
Drinking
for you."
milk in a public spot, I kind
of like milk, dude. It's delicious.
I know. I love milk too.
Milk and eggs?
Milk is a locational. I don't think you get milk in a public place.
Okay, well, it's a breakfast joint, Union Street Diner, Ohio University. I ordered milk, and my buddies thought it was a cereal.
But I kind of agree.
Okay.
I kind of agree.
I got steak
milk is in the comfort of
Hang
your
on,
own. You
hang on.
don't order cereal at a place too for the same reason.
Dame, I got steak and eggs with milk, and
Wow.
I thought I was a psychopath.
I agree with that. I don't know.
Love milk.
I would separate the table if there was pieces to that. If there was pieces and they put something together, I would separate the table.
My mother, dude, like clockwork. My mother, Wendy, like clockwork with the milk. Every meal we had, breakfast, lunch,
There's
dinner.
nothing wrong with
she
milk.
was always
But
filling us up with
There's
milk.
reasons other than a hotel lobby. You're not eating cereal really outside of like where you live. It's one of those you eat it
Sure.
where you live, and that's really
But like it came to the point we couldn't leave the table until we drank our milk because my mom was such a component of like milk. And I found out the hard way when I went off to college. I'm like, all right, people don't drink milk like this.
What?
You know what I mean?
I'm a fan of milk. I used to have milk every day. I don't anymore. But I used to be a big fan of like the dairy side of milk, and like it's good for protein shakes. And if you're making milkshakes generally, it's all great with that.
Life cereal's one of my favorite snacks, so I always have. I have 2%. Like you could, all right. The 2% milk is crazy, but it was what I was raised on.
That's fine.
I have the Blue Cap 2% milk and Life cereal like clockwork.
Right.
Like
I was a
clockwork.
Honey Nut Cheerios guy with milk,
Yep.
but I wouldn't go to a restaurant and get Honey Nut Cheerios with milk.
Like I say healthy dessert, but like to satisfy my sweet tooth craving because I'm obsessed with ice cream, love ice cream. That's what I eat Life cereal with milk, obviously, with my 2% milk.
Right.
Instead of like that urge for ice cream stops after I eat a bowl of Life
You
cereal.
get the dairy.
You're right.
But the milk in a restaurant.
Okay. Union Street Diner, Ohio University, 2017. It was towards the back end. Probably
If you worked at a
probably
bar,
had
if somebody asked for a glass of milk,
well, I guess
you double take. You would double take. What'd you order?
But like, I feel like during breakfast time, that was my fight back. Those are my push days. Breakfast time.
What if it's lunch? Brunch period. What if it was brunch at the bar? Somebody asked for a glass of milk. You are letting security know to keep a keen eye on this individual.
I was a bartender for 5 years. I'm more upset because you're taking my milk that I use with my other concoctions. Does that make sense? It's not like, oh my God, you're a psychopath for drinking milk. It's God, I'm using this in espresso martinis or whatever. You know what I mean? You're using milk on other drinks. You don't want to. You don't want to
milk in espresso martinis.
It depends on who you serve, but there's like other drinks that we would make at my bar. There would be milk in it.
So you'd be upset that
I'd
they
be
would,
upset
they would
because
take some of your supply.
Correct, but to your credit, I've never had anyone. But my bar was like, it was a great place to eat, but at night it was. I mean, we went up at night, so like people aren't ordering milk at night.
Lunch shift, you never know.
I never really worked it. I didn't believe in the brunch shift. I hated working the brunch shift.
You didn't believe in it?
No, it was a waste of time. I rather make drunk people drinks than have to pour someone Kyle, when you work brunch, okay? Someone's coming in. They're ordering a Bloody Mary. They're ordering a water. They're ordering a coffee. By the time you're done, one person has 5 different glasses.
Or you got the bottomless too. That's
oh my
popular.
God!
And
I would be the one. Sometimes I didn't have a bar back, and I was the best bar back ever before I was a bartender. So I was goated at cleaning the glass, and we used the glasses. So
it's
like,
the best bar back the world's ever
I
seen.
hated brunch. I hated Damien. Brunch was a waste of time because of all the friggin' glasses people would be drinking. Bloody Marys, milk, coffee, water,
And it's
tea.
usually larger parties too. So
Oh my God, and it's families. At least I'm dealing with some drunkard that's telling me why he hates, Baker Mayfield and wants to move on from him at quarterback. You know what I mean? That was easy. That was easy working that shift. The hard shift was putting on a smile for Joe Schmo and his 5 kids who were throwing pancakes on the floor. That sucked. That's why brunch is a waste of time.
And then you're the best bar back the world's
Best
ever
bar back
seen.
the world's ever seen. Best bar back the world's ever seen. Lettered for 4 years at Barback at Town Hall. Absolutely. You can call Habibi on that one.
Okay. Mike Rizzo, Colin Russo, Damien Perez. We'll do a little 5 and 5 on the actual flip side. It's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine, and our team is a triple threat to big insurance companies.
Don't settle with the insurance companies for a fraction of what your case is worth. We'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Get your free case review right now. We'll help you take back control of your life. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports presented by Hard Rock Bet, home of Inter Miami, Miami Heat, and the Miami Dolphins. Catch all the action and the biggest matchups throughout the week right here on ESPN 106.3. Hard Rock Bet, it's Florida's official sports book. Try Hard Rock Bet now and receive up to $100 back in bonus bets if your first bet doesn't win. It's offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida. Wager terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-ADMITTED.
It's Theo Dorsey, and I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Temperatures are up, but your water shouldn't be full of mystery floaties. Culligan's got your back with water testing and reverse osmosis systems to keep things clean, cool, and crisp this summer. And get this, you can try it for just $10 a month. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and stop drinking who knows what. Visit Culligan.com today to schedule your free water test.
Hey, Culligan man!
We want to see you in a Greenway Kia. Celebrate big during the Freedom Sale at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Get incentives up to $11,000 off MSRP on select new Kias. Drive a 2024 Kia Telluride for just $38,998, or lease a 2025 Kia K4, only $199 a month for 24 months, $34.99 due at signing, 0 security deposit. Plus, make no payments till fall. We'll take any trade, push it, pull it, drag it, and get up to $6,000 over KBV value towards any red tag Kia. Only at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800 New Kias or visit GreenwayKiaWestPalmBeach.com.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit through KFA. Stock number SG005991. MSRP $45,235. 10,000 miles a year. Plus tax tag $999 admin fee. Payments deferred 90 days. Interest accrues. Includes all factory rebates. Offers don't combine. Expires 8/15/25.
Want to get 30% stronger in just 8 weeks? Then GNC Amp Whey Bolic is your protein. From America's #1 protein powder brand for building strength, Amp Whey Bolic delivers ultra-pure, fast-digesting whey protein packed with 6.2 grams of leucine for faster gains in muscle growth and recovery. If you want more out of every workout, then settle for nothing less than a premium formula that's third-party tested for over 285 banned substances and proven to get you stronger, faster. Go to your local GNC for Whey Bolic and get ready for gains.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Lamar Jackson, Devin Singletary, Kaiir Elam, these are just some of the players that have graced the Top 63 list. Who will be next? Find out Saturday, August 9th at the 2025 Top 63 Awards, presented by HSS Florida. We're counting down the top 63 athletes in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast and recognizing the top 20 flag football stars.
Watch it live on ESPN West Palm's YouTube starting at 7 p.m. The top 63 awards are also presented by Culligan, sports certified by Vitacost, Team IP, and the Boca Raton Bowl.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Colin Russo, Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez filling in for Christian Cat. We're at the City Place Studios in downtown West Palm Beach. Damian, how are you today, my friend?
I'm doing great, Colin.
Do you need a smelling salt, brother?
I would try one right now. Why not? First time.
Smelling Salts just got shut down again in the hallway of ESPN West Palm.
It
all right,
did.
they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it. It's coming up. Let's do a little 5-5. Let's bounce around a little bit. Presented by Flagler Credit Union.
5 topics.
High five.
5 o'clock.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get out of here.
Endless takes.
You can't handle the truth.
All gas, no brakes.
And it's shaking big time.
It's time for the 5 at 5.
Hold on to your butts.
Presented by Flagler Credit Union, proud supporter of FAU athletics. Earn up to $700 per year with boost checking from Flagler Credit Union. Number 1.
Mike Rizzo on the 5 at 5 today. All right, well, Kyle, we talked about scrutinized players, and it stemmed from Caleb Williams. Let me read you this headline. This is Courtney Cronin. ESPN.com does a great job covering the Bears, covering all of the NFC North, really. Caleb Williams yelled as he stomped away. During an individual period at training camp last weekend, Williams and the other Chicago Bear quarterbacks were engaged in a rapid-fire throwing competition aiming at targets in a net. Williams' accuracy was off, and his emotional reaction, which was caught on video by fans during an open practice, sparked a social media firestorm. Was it an indication of bigger problems with the team that is under a microscope with first-year head coach and hotshot coach Ben Johnson, who is expected to develop the former number 1 pick
are you reading this?
into a franchise quarterback? Colin, these are the headlines. My point. These are the headlines of Caleb Williams throwing against air. What do we do? My question to you is, what do we do?
The dumbest thing in the world.
What do we do?
It's just people are so hungry for sports content that they're just trying to make something out of nothing. If he plays well the first week of the season, none of this matters very quickly, right? If he has a good first drive, it's like of the first game against the Vikings on Monday Night Football, none of that matters.
It doesn't. And I can't feel like, it's why I wanted to make light about it. And listen, Courtney Cronin did a great job writing the article. It's not me going after her. It's just people want that. To your point, Colin, people want to read that. People want the drama injected in their veins that is the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. If you turn on our sister station, ESPN 1000 right now, I guarantee you they're talking Caleb Williams and arguably that exact same story right now. So the point I'm trying to make is he is a very scrutinized player. I'm rooting for him. I really am. I gotta be honest though. He had a bad year last year. Kyle, you disagree to an extent. I thought he had a bad year last year. A lot was going into it.
The team had a bad year.
Head coach was miserable. He should have never brought him back. Shane Waldron, the offensive coordinator, got fired 9 weeks into the season. But I just, the poor kid.
Number 2.
All right, Kyle. What are we going to do with Jerry Jones and the Cowboys? I've been on record saying I don't mind Jerry and how he handles his business. He's an old school man. It's this and that. Well, Micah Parsons is taking things to the next level now. He wants to get traded before week 1. Are you buying Micah Parsons telling the media that his pure focus is to get traded and to get ready with a new team as we inch closer to week 1 coming up? September 4th, by the way, is the first NFL game.
Damian Perez, I'm also curious to hear your thoughts on this, but my prediction is he is on that roster. This is just a negotiating ploy. This is hey, the only way you're getting through to me is talking to my agent. My agent can't get a hold of you. I'm not saying a word until my agent does the negotiations for me. That's what this screams to me.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the Dallas Cowboy. They love the drama. They kind of live for it. I feel like Jerry Jones is someone that looks for it. But I agree with you, Colin. I don't think he's going anywhere. He's going to be a Cowboy.
He's going to wait to the last possible second. He's going to waste.
We've seen it time and time again with them.
It will be the night before the game. It'll be the night before the game on the plane to Philly. He'll sign that contract before that Thursday night game. That would be my takeaway. This is a negotiating point.
I think with Parsons, It's the Myles Garrett effect. I think he's doing exactly what Myles did. I think he wants to get paid $42 million a year. What, TJ's making 41, Myles is making 40. Once he sees that $42 million a year, he's going to sign at the dotted line. I just wonder, when did CeeDee get signed? That's
late after a number of preseason
Okay,
games.
that's when Micah Parsons is going to.
Number 3.
All right, we called plenty of quarterbacks that are with new teams. You got Sam Darnold over there at Seattle. You got Geno Smith with the Raiders. You got Aaron Rodgers with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're not going to bring up rookie quarterbacks, but proven quarterbacks in the league jumping ship and going to new teams. Out of those 3 that I just named, in Geno, in Sam Darnold, and Aaron Rodgers, who do we expect to have the best season?
I'd put money on Darnold today. I think Darnold's going to surprise some people in Seattle. I don't think Geno's going to be all that great for Las Vegas. And I think Rodgers is going to be somewhere in the middle. Darnold got in a cheap contract. I think Kupp was an underrated acquisition that they got with Cooper Kupp. I thought getting Smith-Jigba, getting Metcalf out of there, I think helps them. They got everything to gain, nothing to lose. And I think Pittsburgh's got a lot to lose, not a lot to gain.
A couple of guys that I left off of the list, but I'd be remiss if I didn't bring them up. Russell Wilson, Daniel Jones, who's probably going to start week 1, and Kenny Pickett, who I think has a good chance of starting week 1 if healthy and still on that roster.
I think Wilson's going to have a good year, too.
Okay.
I do. Well, I think he'll, for all things considered, I think Russell Wilson will do a good
Dame,
job.
I think you were on the board with me yesterday. Remember what Christian said about the Giants, or was that Cade? Cade was, I apologize, Dame. Christian said the Giants will win 10 to 11 games to go to the playoffs. Thoughts? Before we go to Dame on this?
They're probably going to,
I said 6 to 7.
I would say
I think they're going to be better.
I would take the over.
I think
the over is 5.5.
Yeah, they're going to, dude. Easily.
I think they got a brutal schedule.
The first 3 games at Washington, at Dallas.
The first 8 games, they played 7 playoff teams.
And then Kansas City, though. The first 3, and it's specifically unbelievable.
Their week 5 game is at New Orleans. That's the only team that's like a non-playoff team. And then they play the Eagles twice in 3 weeks. Oh, terrible.
So, Damian, we'll go to you. Aaron Rodgers with Pittsburgh, Geno with the Raiders. You got Sam Darnold with the Seahawks, and then the honorable mentions. Daniel Jones probably with the Colts, Kenny Pickett if healthy with Cleveland, and then Russell Wilson in New York. Who would you go with out of those 6 to have the best season?
And it really comes down to expectations. I think Geno Smith. With the Raiders, they picked up great pieces in the offseason. And at the end of the day, what are the expectations for the Raiders being in that division, being in such a tough division? So give me Geno Smith with the Raiders.
He's been so quiet in this. I mean, think about it. They're going to have a great rookie running back. They got Pete Carroll coming back to coach the team. They got Brady leadership at the helm of it all. It's sort of a quiet team because nobody really knows what direction they're trying to go. They got the aging veteran quarterback. They're definitely looking to bridge that gap between him and a starter at a certain point, or a young starter at a certain point. I can't imagine they're really desperate to win 10 games because what good does that really do them? Are they shooting for 8 games? Or do they want to have a good draft pick next year and go get somebody interesting?
And boys, the reason I'm bringing this up, Geno Smith is a perfect example of it, right? He goes to Seattle, he gets new life, and he plays well. Sam Darnold with the Vikings, Baker Mayfield with Tampa Bay. We're going to see one of these quarterbacks have success this year.
Quarterbacks play well in Seattle. Yeah. They do, and maybe it's because of the market and the sort of attachment, because they got right there, they got the Niners, who sort of take most of that attention in the Pacific Northwest. Seattle's a good spot for Darnold. It is.
But the expectations for Darnold are huge.
Yeah, as they should be, though. As they should be.
They dumped out Metcalf. Lockett's got. They restructured quite a bit. I think more people are riding high on what San Francisco can possibly do than possibly Darnold. I understand what you're saying, but he would have higher expectations if he was with Minnesota than he would with Seattle. And he's being in Seattle. If he was at Minnesota, they'd be expecting 12 wins in a brutal division.
By the way, boys, I'm going with Darnold as well. I think he's probably going to be on the best team. I'd put Rodgers 2, Geno 3, but I think all 3 of them are going to have. I think the Raiders win anywhere from 7 to 8-ish games. I kind of am buying what they're doing this year. I think that's going to be a really tough division on the AFC West. I think every team's going to be a tough out. I think Rodgers is going to be tremendously better under Mike Tomlin with Pittsburgh, and I think Darnold's going to be on the better team.
And Darnold's
going to be on the better team.
Darnold's that third fiddle in that conference, and in that division. You got Purdy and Stafford sitting there.
Didn't they win 10 games and miss the playoffs last year?
Yeah. They had a good year.
They won 10 games with Geno and missed the playoffs.
Might have been 9, but yeah. It was that was a Mike McDonald team. That's his second year running that. They're going to have a good defense. And Darnold offers you more than what Geno does. And they offered Geno a good contract, and he said no because he wanted more guaranteed money. Darnold was willing to accept it.
Kyle, Seattle 10-7 and eliminated from the playoffs.
Number 3.
All right, sticking with the National Football League. What do you guys say? You know, it's that time of training camp. We're not really sure about these teams. We're going to see preseason. We're going to see these things play out. Your best guess next year, who's the best division in the NFL? And I'm not asking AFC. I'm not asking NFC. Give me the best division in the National Football League next year.
I think top to bottom at the end of the year. Last year, it was the NFC North. I think it's going to be the NFC East this year. I think it's going to be Eagles, Dallas, and Washington. I think you might have 3 10-plus win teams right there. The other runner-up would be the AFC West because the AFC West could very well have 3, and the AFC is, they got the AFC South sitting there. But I could see the AFC West also being really good.
Yep.
But because of the Eagles are the best team of the bunch, and Washington could very well be that third team in the bunch. Having 1 and 3, if you're going to compare those two divisions, would be huge. I think you get 2 wild card teams that lost first round last year handedly. And then you got the Washington Commanders who went to the NFC Championship game, and then you got the Eagles who won the Super Bowl, and you got Dallas who had an okay year with a lot of injuries. And you get the Giants, who I think are better than the Raiders.
Dame?
AFC North. I think in the AFC North you have 3 teams.
Well, besides one, right? Besides one.
I was getting to that. 3 teams who can possibly make possibly a playoff run this year. You got the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers, fresh at quarterback. You got the Ravens, Super Bowl candidate. And then the Bengals. I mean, you really don't know where the Bengals are going because of that defense. But with the talent that they have on offense, that could be a team who can make a splash in the offseason.
So, Colin, boring. I got to go with the NFC East with you, and here's why. I want to pick the West. I want to know what, partner. I don't buy. It's funny because Damian said his team in the AFC North he doesn't like is obviously the Browns. They're going to be pitiful. But ironically enough, it's not the Raiders, the team that I don't like. I don't know if I'm going to see it again with the Broncos. I'm a Bronco hater this year. I don't know.
Think Broncos are going to be really good.
I don't know if Bo Nix year 2 is going to be the same Bo Nix in year 1. The good news is they got a great head coach. But they were able to retain a lot, too. They signed a couple of guys in that defensive secondary. I understand Denver's had good defense, too. But I think Denver, ironically enough, is the reason I'm going to go with the NFC East because I like Dallas. I like Philly. You think, Kyle, you think Dallas, Philly, Washington, any of them can win more than 10 games. The Giants are the team that you think, all right, they're probably going to be the 4th option, similar to how I think Denver is going to be in the West and how Damian thinks it's going to be Cleveland in the North.
You think Denver's going to be sub 8 wins?
Yeah, I do. I think it's like 7 next year.
Oh, wow.
I think it's
the
like
best
7.
defense
I think it's like 6 or 7 next year.
They got the best defense in football.
And the grand point is I think the Giants are going to be better than the Broncos. That's my hot take next year.
Number 4.
Going to college football. Now, Colin, action-packed week 1. You got Texas, and the question here, which game are you most looking forward to? You got Texas, and there are 3, by the way. You got Texas, Ohio State at noon. Obviously, my bias, I'm going to stay out of this one. You know my answer. Buckeyes and Longhorns at noon. Florida State and Alabama in that afternoon slate. And then at night, Colin, Battle of Death Valley. You got Clemson and LSU. Now, it's going to be in Clemson, but both schools go by Death Valley.
Yeah.
My cousin went to LSU. He's going to the game. He is completely fired up about going to Clemson and going to see that stadium and watch his Tigers. But Kyle, week 1 college football, not week 0, week 1. Which matchup are you looking forward to out of those 3? And if I'm missing one, let me know as well.
I'm Clemson LSU here. I think I'm Clemson LSU because Ohio State is questions. We don't know who's with the quarterback situation. There's question mark.
There is.
Texas has a very good chance. I mean, I could see them surprising Ohio State early week just because of the inconsistency. You don't know who they're going to have.
And Kyle, quickly, it wouldn't be a surprise. Texas, one of the best defenses in the country.
And
Arch
a
Manning,
first-time starter come in and knock them off.
Right.
I mean, that team should be that is a Texas game through and through because Ohio State doesn't necessarily need that game. They also have a little bit more questions.
Yep.
LSU and Clemson. Both will need the game for the resume. You want to talk about for the resume? Ohio State won't need that game for the resume.
Agreed.
LSU and Clemson will both need that game for the resume, especially LSU, and it's on the road for them. So because of that, if you want to talk about, I love playoff implications. Early in the year, LSU has a tough schedule. They need that to kind of kick them up a leg in the SEC.
Brian Kelly in those opening games, 0-3.
Right.
Been there 3 years. He's never won it. Lost twice
And
in Florida
that's exactly
State.
why he hasn't made the playoff. And they've had good finishes to the year. 9-3. If they were 10-2, things change.
Lost to a 7-6 USC team last year.
It's important for them to win that game because it kind of takes them out of the running before we even get started. Clemson, on the other hand, sort of doesn't have a place to slip. They could still go undefeated and win the ACC, so maybe it doesn't matter as much for their actual resume.
Yep.
But it will matter a whole lot in the seeding because if they're a 1-loss or 2-loss, they have no other place to slip.
I also, and Colin, my bias is there. It's Ohio State, obviously, but to sell people more on that 7:30 matchup that's going to be on ESPN, you got Cade Klubnik versus Garrett Nussmeier. It's an unbelievable college. That's an unbelievable college quarterback duel.
Yeah.
That's going to be happening. Nussmeier trying to your credit, trying to prove LSU is still that top team and basically fighting for Brian Kelly. This is a make or break year for Kelly, Kyle. And then on the other side, you got Dabo Swinney. Is Dabo back? I think Clemson has to answer the question of, are you the top dog in the ACC that everyone has crowned you in the preseason? You got everybody coming back on defense. You got all your receivers coming back. You got your 5-star quarterback in his senior year. Are you back? That's a tremendous matchup. Dame, do any of these speak your language out of the three that I mentioned? Obviously, we haven't brought up Florida State and Alabama, but Florida State, Alabama.
That game will be over in the second quarter.
And how about the Ohio State, Texas, or Clemson and LSU?
Ohio State, Clemson. Very excited for that game. It's a bummer that it's a noon game. It would have been a great 8 p.m. game, but I think that's the game to highlight week one.
Now,
Ohio State, Texas, you're talking about?
Yes. Ohio State, Texas,
so Colin touched on it. There's still a quarterback battle in Columbus. It's between Julian Sain and Lincoln Kienholz. 2 new coordinators. Jim Knowles.
It's a lot more questions.
You're correct. Jim Knowles, who I loved, is at Penn State now. Can't stand him now. And then on the offensive side, Brian Hartline. Chip Kelly, as hard as I was on Chip, guy called one of the best offenses I've ever seen in that 4-game stretch in the playoff. I can't wait for college football.
Number 5.
All right, we all know Colin is the cookie monster. But, Damien, I guess this is specifically for you. Give me your favorite sweet, because I'll tell you what. Christina Costanza today had the nerve. You can listen to her, the happy hour from 3 to 4 down, theoretically speaking. She's our marketing director as well. But she had the Nerds Cluster. And I don't do sweets. I tell you guys. I do the sweet if I'm out and we're at a nice restaurant. I'll get like a pie. I'll get like a cake. I'll get ice cream. But like I'm not, oh God, I got to run to the store and get a bag of candy. Oh, I got to get a cookie. That's not necessarily me. But she had the Nerd Clusters. I must have had 2 handfuls today. Those things are unreal. And when I mean handfuls, like whole mouth.
That's a sour candy,
I was going
right?
to say, that's more like sour.
Oh, it's so good.
It's candy. I think he means candy.
It's so good. It is unbelievable. The empty calories. I'm running 4 miles tonight because of the garbage that I put into my belly. But wow, it was worth it. It was where those Nerds Clusters are unreal. And shout out to Christina for having those at her desk. They might not be around for too much longer.
I'm the same, Mike. I'm not crazy about sweet things, but I love Nutella. Nutella's my weakness.
Oh, wow. It's a kind of...
What do you put Nutella on?
I was about to ask that,
Honestly,
yeah.
anything. Toast, ice cream, strawberries,
wow,
bananas.
Now, Colin hates peanut butter, so, like, this is a tough conversation to have with him. I like Nutella, but I prefer the Peter Pan peanut butter, man. No nuts, please. Keep the nuts out of the peanut butter. Just keep it whipped. I like the Peter Pan whipped jar of peanut butter. I could eat the whole thing with a spoon in one sitting.
Yeah, gnarly.
I can mix grape jelly in there as well and be happy as a clam.
Too overpowering of a flavor.
Be like Winnie the Pooh dipping my hands in honey.
Too overpowering.
Grape jelly or strawberry?
Grape.
I agree.
We're in the wrong on that, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, ton of people.
Wow.
I think I'm grape too. I think I'm grape too.
Grape 100%.
Both good.
But
Both good.
You want Dame? Either you or Director of Ops Dave Druda or CCAT, our producers usually here. I need a Cookie Monster hotkey for Colin. Like cookie.
It's
like
my,
a munch
it's
at
my,
the end.
It's my thing.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's our Chipotle's my thing.
Whenever cookies are around, it's a problem.
Chipotle's my thing, and Damien was alarmed when I told him.
right there with you.
Dame was alarmed by my. Have I ever told you my Chipotle order that I?
Yeah, it's excessive.
That I eat in one
this is
sitting.
Insane.
That I eat in one sitting.
Go ahead.
All right. Double wrap chicken burrito, extra white rice, sour cream, corn, cheese, and lettuce. So that's burrito. Bowl. Extra white rice, chicken, sour cream, corn, cheese, hold the lettuce. large bag of chips, large side of guacamole. I eat it in one sitting. It's the only thing I'll eat all day.
That's like $40 worth of stuff at Chipotle.
No, it's when I pick it up, it's like $29. I pick it up on a DoorDash app. It's Chipotle's a spitting distance where I live.
Double wrapped?
Oh, yeah.
And then you get the bowl on the side?
Oh, yeah. But what happens is this.
How about you just get one thing?
What happens is this. Hear me out. The guac is used on the burrito. Every bite I take of the burrito has a slather of guac on it. So guac's done when the burrito's done. Then I move on to the bowl where I don't use silverware. I use the chips. I scoop it.
Yeah, that's not foreign.
But I scoop the bowl up with the chips, and we're done.
It's a lot of food.
It's a lot of food.
That's too much food.
It's a lot of food.
That's
A lot of sodium. But
that's sour cream. A lot of sour cream.
Oh, yeah. A lot of corn, too. Stomach doesn't do well with corn, but it's unreal.
That's too much. Just get one thing.
No, God, no. Be hungry. Damn, I'm hungry. Be starving.
You said it's the only thing you eat all day. How about you have allow yourself another meal?
Mike Jones, our partnership coordinator here, called it a French soldier diet. Coffee, cigarette, one big meal. You like that?
That's
coffee,
it's European.
Cigarette, one big meal. That's kind of how I operate. It
Yeah.
really is how I
to do
operate.
it.
It's probably
not the right way to
definitely
do it.
not. I'm not sitting here saying it's right. It works for me though. It works for me.
It's not the right way to do it.
Definitely not.
That was our 5 and 5 presented by Flagler Credit Union. You got Mike Rizzo, Damian Perez, Colin Russo. We'll blitz the book, close out the program. On the flip side, it's Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Get ready, South Florida. It's the 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl. Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at FAU's Flagler Credit Union Stadium. Two of the best group of 5 teams go head-to-head in the ultimate holiday showdown. Over 150 players have gone from this field to the NFL. Who's next? Visit BocaRatonBowl.com for the latest, including when tickets will go on sale. The 12th annual Boca Raton Bowl, Tuesday, December 23rd, 2 p.m. at Flagler Credit Union Stadium.
Kaiser University's flagship campus. The 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 26 national championships, including back-to-back-to-back lacrosse titles, and they just won their first ever national championship for men's tennis. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship flagship campus of Kaiser University.
What if every use of your debit card turns spare change into something meaningful, like growing your savings and supporting local community causes? With Flagler Credit Union's Impact Checking with Everyday Change, your spare change can have big impact. Each transaction can be rounded up to grow your savings and support nonprofits that provide meals, shelter, and essential services locally. Make an impact in your life and in your community. Open your Impact Checking account today. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic University Athletics.
The weather is heating up and summer is here. Stay cool with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can take advantage of 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong in sports, not in your home. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS is the name you can trust since 2006. Visit EDSisyes.com today. Game day comfort starts now. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Let's get back to the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. This is Russo and Rizzo on ESPN 106.3.
Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3 on a Thursday edition, August the 7th, 2025. It's now essentially football season. You got preseason action this weekend. We had the Hall of Fame game last week. You got college football starting in a couple weeks. You got MLB in full swing at the moment. So it's all about to get really hectic here in the sports season in just about a couple of weeks. Because of that, no better time to get started on Hard Rock Bet. Speaking of that, it's time for us to make a couple picks. We can have some fun here. Let's blitz the book with Hard Rock Bet.
Send some heat. Pin your ears back. It's time to blitz the book. Presented by Hard Rock Bet.
Blitz the Book, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Go download the app today in the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. You can get Hard Rock now and then get $150 in bonus bets if you just deposit just $5. Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida. The wager. Terms and conditions apply. Considered by gambling. Call 1-888-bet it. All right, what do you want to take this week? Do you want to do you could do a couple NFL futures and put them together, maybe with a couple MLB picks.
Are you ready to do futures, though?
I was saying we do a couple MLB picks,
yeah,
and we put one future on it. It doesn't have to be an over-under win total. It could just be a general future.
Dude, my guards are hot. If you want to go for a couple of games, guards just got done sweeping the Mets.
Yeah, the Mets are a disgrace at the moment.
Granted, Kyle, 1.5 on the run line is what I'm looking at Chicago.
Yeah.
Can they win by 2 runs? It's plus 105.
I mean, Milwaukee's playing the Mets today, too. Milwaukee's minus 1.5 run line is minus 1.5. Plus 140
Plus 140 on the run line.
The Mets are free fall, and it's in Milwaukee. Milwaukee's won every game in August.
Let's do, I feel like I always screw these up by going with my teams, but let's do guards plus 105, 1.5 on the run line. Let's do plus 140 Milwaukee, minus 1.5 on the run line. Is there anything else that's screaming at you?
You want to do the Guardians on the run line?
Yeah.
Okay.
I put it in there too.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, and then is there anything else in baseball that's screaming at you?
Yeah, let's find another one here. I mean, Cincinnati has played pretty well. They're at Pittsburgh there. Don't love the odds on that one.
No.
Boston plus 140 tonight. Tampa Bay's at Seattle. Seattle's minus 130 in that one. Toronto is getting plus 130 at the Dodgers. Shohei Ohtani got his start out of the way. I would take Toronto there if you want to capitalize on the odds.
I was going to say, do you want to take the Yankees at plus 105 at home tonight?
No.
Houston?
Remember, these carry over into tomorrow.
I know.
So this will be... I mean, I don't
give
like
me
that.
The one.
Not against Houston.
Give me that game.
Houston also just swept the fish. And they got Hunter Brown on the mound. I'm okay. I'll pass.
You want Toronto plus 130?
Toronto's tomorrow night plus 130. Since we're making the pick now, I mean, they got Scherzer versus Kershaw.
Okay.
I like that. I would take Toronto.
All right.
Plus 130, you get good odds there. Or you could take an over-under and bet on under on runs or an over.
So, by the way, I added, Guards run line, Brewers run line, Jays straight up. Tomorrow, it's 20 to win 226 right now. Do you want to flirt with NFL? Do you want to flirt?
Yeah, let's put a weird NFL future on that.
We could do a preseason game, Kyle. You want to get to Jen? You want to get no?
No.
You don't want to. Shador Sanders is playing for my team.
Kyle. If we're doing it, we're rooting for points, right?
Let me head on over to preseason.
I can't take a team against.
Okay, well we'll take the over.
Right.
I mean, the Browns are going to win. They got Shador at quarterback.
Who's got a lot of rookies that are going to be playing? New England's got a lot of rookies that will be playing. That over/under against Washington, they've had
what about the
practices
Colts?
all week. It's 34.5.
Colts. There's a big quarterback battle going on with Anthony Richardson and
Daniel
are
either
Jones.
of those guys going to get snaps? Do you know? I don't even know.
What's
the team
word?
wants to see them.
Who's got their ear to the grindstone on Indianapolis Colts training camp?
Washington, New England had joint practices all week, and Vrabel got bloodied up in a scuffle during the practice.
Does it not scream under, though? Coach getting bloodied up at practice, putting his body on the line? Does it not scream under?
That screams running it up if a team gets ahead.
All right, so we're going to go. All right, we'll go over.
We're not taking an over. We're not taking an under.
All right, over 34.5 on Washington and New England. All right, so we are officially.
I think we should take a flyer on the Carolina Panthers to make the postseason as well. Plus 230 on top of the parlay.
So high on friggin' Bryce Young?
That's plus 2,000 right there.
So we could
bet $5 and get $100 back.
I always fall in the bear trap. I don't know what it is with you and the Panthers, dude. I have no idea what it is with you and that team.
You should look at their first 5 games and tell me how they got 4 winnable games there.
Last boys schedule. All right. So you want to throw that in there too? You want to throw a future?
This bet will be over in 6 months.
Yeah. It's going to be over tomorrow when Hunter Brown, sorry, it's going to be over tonight when the Guards lose to Chicago. All right, so hang on. Playoffs.
If we're going to do a longer bet, let's make better odds out of it because 2,000, we need more. We need more. Would you agree with that?
All right, so you want to add plus 230 Panthers to reach the playoffs?
Yes.
Okay.
And then let's do an offensive rookie. No, let's go a defensive rookie of the year, and I think we should put Travis Hunter plus 1,100 on top of it.
I think it's 11,000. No, is it 1,100 for
1,100?
All right.
You can't parlay that.
No. I was about to
because it's conflicting apparently against the Carolina Panthers for some reason. That's a bizarre
division. No,
it's
right. NFC, AFC.
I don't know. That's
been a long day.
Bizarre.
That is bizarre.
You want to do regular season player who has the most sacks.
I can't help but to laugh. What's Garrett at?
Garrett is at
Garrett
plus
at?
600.
I already have the guards in there. Is that bad theme?
Yeah,
Magic
bad
and
theme.
Mojo?
I don't like that at all.
NFL.
Will Anderson is
Where are
plus
you
1100.
finding this, by the way? Passing futures?
NFL on the futures. Yeah, you just
Okay.
tag along on the app. Will Anderson is plus 1100 to lead the league in sacks. I wouldn't hate that at all. That's also conflicting. You can't take that. We either take out Carolina and add Will Anderson or Travis Hunter. Do you want to do that and take out Carolina? Because if we can't do this, it's conflicting.
Just throw Hunter in there. I hate that Carolina bet. They're going to win 5 games this year and be looking for a quarterback and possibly a head coach.
That's not going to be happening. We're going to take that out. But we're going to
You're,
put Travis
you're
Hunter.
in on that. Dude, you're in.
That's going to be one of my over
You're
picks.
sprinkling on that.
That's going to be one of my over-under picks. You're goddamn right.
No.
Yes, sir. That's going to be on there.
All right, so odds turned into what? Plus, let's see.
I can't parlay with Travis Hunter with these picks. I'm going to have to be an individual bet. That's fine.
Listen, I got plus 2,060, Kyle, with our baseball picks. That's good enough for me.
Brewers minus 1.5, Guardians minus 1.5 in the run line, over 34.5. Commanders at Patriots, and Blue Jays to win tomorrow against the Dodgers. That closes out our
Bang
Blitz
it.
the Book. That closes out Mike Rizzo. That closes out Damian Perez. It's Russo and Rizzo saying so long. We'll be back at it tomorrow live from F45 downtown West Palm Beach. Tomorrow, 4 to 6 p.m. ESPN 106.3.
Every Thursday is a Thirsty Thursday at Roger Dean Chevrolet.